Hello and welcome once again inside Plaid Arena as tonight the Lady Huntington University Foresters take on the Purdue Calumet Peregrines. Hi folks, I'm Victor McCarty alongside my partner and friend Logan Hunt. Logan, earlier today we saw the men Foresters squad. Fantastic finish. All right, so let's talk about that for just a couple of seconds and then focus on tonight's game.
I say our men came out with a thrilling victory. It was a close one all the way to the end. A couple key free throws. We saw Derek Heinen knock down. He ended up getting the Ness Brothers MVP of the tournament. As our Foresters took a good win over Ashbury, and it was a fantastic game. Glad to see that the Foresters pulled that out, coming off of what was pretty much the game-winning three-pointer by Kyle Fippinger late in the second half.
Yes, Logan, it was a fantastic, heart-pumping game indeed. And now focusing our shift on the ladies here tonight. Both very good squads, both squads coming off of a national tourney bid last year. Funny story real quick, when I went with the girls squad over to Iowa last year, Sioux City, we ran into Purdue Calumet in Olive Garden. So we had a nice little chat between the two teams while we were eating some breadsticks. It was quite a funny, amusing thing. But what do you like out of this Purdue squad?
This Purdue squad, like I said, very good. They're ranked 21st in the rankings. They're doing a great job. They're number 2 in the nation in blocks. They're getting just over 6 blocks a game. They have a lot of size down low. Jada Buggs leads the way. She's 6 foot. She's scoring 20 points a game. That's something the Foresters are going to have to watch out for. Also, Patrice McBee, a 6'3" junior from Culver, Indiana. She's just a monster down low. She's getting 15 points, 11 rebounds. The Foresters are going to have to be wary about the size that Purdue has.
Yes, indeed. With the Foresters, their tallest gals falling in Jacqueline Bonema as 6'2", and then the other person usually taking the center spot, Amelia Eschman, sitting at 6 foot.
I say it's good. The size differential is going to be something the Foresters are going to have to be wary of. They're going to have to really shoot the lights out with Miranda Palmer and Kelsey Hubble. We've seen them do it numerous times, as Miranda Palmer's averaging 21 points a game.
We always see Palmer and Hubble just try to go lights out from beyond the arc. Well, we've talked about the Lady Foresters, but let's get to know them.
Amy Baker, senior, Newcastle High School.
Amelia Recker, junior, Arlington High School.
Miranda White, freshman, Fremont High School.
Gina Eisenhut, sophomore, Bluffton High School.
Kelsey Hubble, junior, Pendleton Heights.
Miranda Palmer, sophomore, Arcadia High School.
Brooke Yoder, freshman, Westview High School.
Jacqueline Bonema, junior, Ileana Christian.
Alexis Rockwell, freshman, Belmont High School.
Allison Trout, sophomore, Huntington North.
Amelia Eschman, senior, Downers Grove North High School.
Lacey Dietrich, sophomore, Faith Christian.
It's always great to get to know the team, Logan. And right now, we'll take a break here on FDN Sports. We are your commentators, Logan Hunt and myself, Victor McCarty, taking a break for the prayer and national anthem, and be right back with starting lineups.
Ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to stand and bow your heads, remove your hats, and remain silent as Josh leads us in prayer before this evening's contest. Please remain standing after prayer and honor America as Heather Johnson sings our national anthem. Let's pray. Father God, we're grateful for tonight, the opportunity for these teams to showcase their talents on the basketball court. We pray for safety for all of those who are involved. We are just grateful that the travel was made here safely by Purdue Calumet, and we pray for their safe travels as they head home. We pray blessing upon all things as we do all things in the name of Jesus Christ our Lord.
Whose bright stripes and bright stars
And we're back here on FDN Sports, part of the Forrester Digital Network. As always, a wonderful job by the Heather Johnson. She's been stretching her vocal capacity. She performed the national anthem last night, earlier today, and tonight. So I bet she's as parched as we are, Logan.
She has to be. She's done a great job though so far.
Well, as we look at the starting lineups for the Peregrines, we have number 10, Darren Thompson, number 12, Kameen Grabber, number 23, Cassidy Deneau, number 32, Jada Buggs, number 41, Patrice McBee. Real quickly, what do you like about this squad? Who stands out to you, Logan?
Jada Buggs is the main one that stands out. She's averaging 20 points a game. I saw her warming up, and she has a very quick first step.
A lot of the Calumet squad hitting their shots in warm-ups. I'm sure the Lady Foresters were paying attention to that. And now as the Forester fans go crazy, the Lady Forester starting lineup is, as always, the faithful number 2, Miranda Palmer, number 3, Kelsey Hubble, number 4, the senior, Courtney Baker, number 10, Jacqueline Bonema, and number 20, a junior, Amelia Recker. Who do you look to shine in their performance tonight, Logan? And real quickly, I think Miranda Palmer's going to do some shining of her own with those shoes.
Well, like we always say, Miranda Palmer leads this squad. She gets the most points a game, always drilling the threes. Her and Hubble always doing a good job on the perimeter. But I think the person you got to watch out for is going to be Courtney Baker tonight. I think she's going to wreak havoc for Purdue Calumet. And Courtney Baker leads the team in assists, which you wouldn't think of too much with Palmer bringing the ball up most often, but Baker leads the team with 4 assists a game. You got to watch out for Courtney Baker tonight. She is going to just have herself a night, I feel.
Courtney Baker is always a threat with her speed, as we saw her earlier this year. Great job, tremendous job as a soccer player as she transitions now to basketball season. So I look for this to be a very exciting matchup where we have 2 teams who are great at shooting beyond the 3.
I definitely agree with you as we are getting ready to get underway with this women's basketball game. It'll be Bonema and McBee tipping off. It'll be McBee winning that. And Thompson brings it up for Purdue Calumet. She's going to get it to Dino on the right wing. Man-to-man defense by the Foresters. Down low to McBee. She goes up, missed layup, gets her own rebound, goes up again, and gets that one to drop for the first points of the ball game.
I can already tell number 41 is going to do a great job for Calumet.
Baker's getting it to Hubble. Hubble looking to drive. She gets in full, all the way around the world to get that lefty layup in.
I always love to see that from the lovely Kelsey Hubble.
Thompson going up quickly. Passes out to Graber. Down low to Buggs. She goes up. Good defense by the Foresters. Missed shot. McBee with their offensive rebound. She misses. Buggs get the rebound. She goes up. Left-handed layup up and in. Nice job there by the Peregrines.
As opposite what we saw earlier in the men's game today, they really tried to control the paint. But with this girls squad, the Lady Foresters, they're going to, as we see Miranda Palmer almost getting the and one, but I am going to expect to see this Lady Forester squad to focus on the perimeter shooting with the bigs of the Calumet trying to contain the paint.
The perimeter is going to be key for the Foresters. Palmer drills the first one, and I hold my breath to say this, but Palmer is perfect from the season, from the line.
Oh, knock on wood.
Knock on wood. We see the second one going up, and she splashes that through. Good job there by Miranda Palmer, getting 2 more. This is Graber with the ball on the left side, getting it to McBee at the top of the key. McBee going out to Dino. Dino takes a dribble, gets stopped by Baker. Up to Graber. Graber dribbling in. Back to Dino. Out to Thompson for 3. That's no good. Rebound by Recker. She gets it to Baker. Baker looking to push, gets to Hubble in the corner, mishandles it. Picks up the screen from Recker. She gets it stolen away from Buggs. Buggs to Thompson. Buggs going all the way up with the layup. That's good.
Bonema trying to hustle back to block the shot, but too much by Purdue.
Baker brings it up for the Foresters. She gets it to Bonema at the left elbow. Bonema hand off to Hubble. Hubble out to Palmer in the corner for three. That's no good. Rebound Thompson. She looks up. Hubble right there on her. She gets it to Dino. And she can't handle the pass out of bounds. Turnover for the Peregrines.
I think that's the thing that's only going to slow Purdue Calumet down, Logan, is them beating themselves.
Baker to bring it up. She's looking to Palmer. She gets double teamed. Finally gets it to Palmer. Palmer spinning off of Thompson. She's going to drive in. That's going to be a reach-in foul on Purdue Calumet. That will be on Darren Thompson.
We'll see our first foul of the game in number 10 for Purdue.
Hubble to inbound. She finds Recker right under the rim. That's going to be a foul. She was going up to shoot two.
And just like that, Purdue with 2 fouls.
That foul's on Cammie Graber. Recker drilling the first one. Looking to tie this game up at 6 early. And she does. Silky smooth right to the bottom of the net.
Correction, that's the team's 3rd foul. There was a mishap on the scoreboard. Thompson
Goes to Graber. Graber out to McBee at the top of the key. Goes down low to Bugs. Takes a hop step. It's not there. Rebound Recker.
Tremendous job by Recker trying to box out and forcing the missed call by Purdue.
Hubble picking up a screen. Dish off to Recker for the mid-range. That's there. Amelia Recker giving the Foresters the lead.
Once again, praise going to Recker as she's doing well defensively and now with a basket of her own.
Steal by Courtney Baker. And that's going to be a foul by Thompson. Clear body check there. Like I said, Courtney Baker just wreaking havoc already. We see Sammy Dillman come in for Darren Thompson. Thompson having 2 fouls already. Dillman, the 5'6", freshman guard from Bedford, Indiana. She was on that great Bedford North Lawrence team that won state a few years ago.
And in the first game that the ladies played here inside Platt Arena, we didn't see Baker get the start, but that was because she just came off of the soccer teams. But with her starting now, she's fully recuperated and able to perform 100%.
We see Palmer with an air ball. Bowman tries to get it, and then we see Dino turn it over. Recker doing a nice job getting a steal. Baker getting it up. She finds Hubble. Hubble driving to the lane, left-handed layups up and in. That's good for Kelsey Hubble.
Great job by Hubble finding the lane in for the 2.
Dillman walks it up. Dribbling around Hubble, staying on her. She gets it to McBee at the top of the key. McBee goes down low to Bugs, and that's right up and in. Not much Foresters can do with that play. Hubble thinks about shooting off the handoff. Dribbling back around, finds Bonema. Bonema out to Palmer. Palmer, quick step. She's going to double dribble. Definitely picked up her dribble there, and she knew it.
Great ball movement by the Foresters, but a mistake, a rare mistake, a double dribble by Miranda Palmer, as we'll see the first media timeout of the game. Logan, what has stood out to you so far?
The size of Purdue Calumet, it's bothering the Foresters once they get it down low to Jada Bugs. Jada Bugs, we've seen the same play over and over again. McBee gets it at the top of the key, throws it down to Bugs. Foresters are going to have to be aware of that and get their hands up and ready for that play. It's the same play over and over again that Purdue has run to get almost all their points. So if Huntington can figure out how to stop that play and really slow down Jada Bugs, it will be a big difference. But for the Huntington side of the ball, the Foresters, they're doing a good job of moving the ball around, making sure no one's stationary. We've seen Palmer get in a little bit on the action. Hubble's been doing a lot of dribbling, and it's been a good just ball movement out of the Foresters.
And I believe although Purdue Calumet has the obvious size advantage, I'd like to think that the Foresters have the speed advantage, and sometimes it's not about the size of the dog, but, well, not in this case the fight, but the speed of the dog. You can't outrun the dog. you know, if you get what I'm saying, Logan, that media timeout was brought to you by the Huntingtonian, our newspaper affiliate here on campus.
Coming out of the timeout, we're going to see Amelia Eschman. She subs in for Jacqueline Bonema. That's to be the first substitution for the Foresters. Eschman, one of 2 seniors on this basketball squad. We'll see Dillman bringing it up for Purdue Calumet. Dillman gets it to Buggs at the top of the key. This time she goes down to McBee. McBee out to Graber for the 3. It's not there. Rebound, ball on the ground, goes to Hubble. Hubble gets it to Baker. Baker gets it up.
Eschman almost with the rebound. I've loved seeing her improvement so far this season. She's been a tremendous force for this Lady Forester squad.
Hubble gets a step back, gets to Rucker for the long 2. Rims around and out. Dillman tracking down the loose ball. She gets it up for Purdue. Up top to Buggs. Buggs going down low to McBee. Eschman, great job. Nice active hands hitting that away. Palmer coming up with the steal. She's going coast to coast out to Baker. Baker back to Palmer. Palmer in the corner. Gets it to Baker. Palmer has Buggs on her, a complete mismatch. And Palmer's going to take that 3 from her favorite spot. It's not there. She gets her own rebound, though. Behind the back, dribbling inside. And that's going to be a foul on McBee. Miranda Palmer putting the moves on Purdue Calumet.
Man, I got to nickname her instead of the Ghost. I got to nickname her Speedy because she has definitely stepped up her point guard game this season without Paige's speed.
You see Hubble going to take this long 3, just nicking the rim. Offensive rebound again by Amelia Recker, and the Foresters tearing up the boards, even though they don't have necessarily the size advantage.
Exactly, Logan. Even without the size, it's the fight that they're putting forth. And we see a 3 by the high, lighter-footed Miranda Palmer.
Beautiful 3 there by Palmer. Stillman bringing it up. Hubble right on her. Up top to Buggs. McBee battling down low with Eschman. She gets the entry pass, goes up left-handed. That's there. Good defense, though, by the Foresters. Baker looking to run it. She gets it up quickly. Up to Hubble in the corner. Dribbling into the right side, goes up for the layup. Can't quite kiss it off the glass. Graber getting the board. She's going to take this all the way. Dish out to Buggs. Buggs penetrating, throws a wild pass out of bounds. Graber and Buggs not on the same page. That leads to a turnover.
As I mentioned, Logan, the only thing that prevents Calumet from performing at the level we know that they can is them beating themselves.
Baker bringing it up. She gets it to Recker. Recker, fake handoff to Palmer. She takes it in, and that's going to be a travel. She jumped up before the foul.
I don't know if I necessarily agree with that one, Logan, as I did see contact inside the paint, but it's the first offense that counts, is not the second. So refs calling the travel, not the contact.
You see Michalowski in for the first time for Purdue Calumet. She comes up and gets the ball at the top of the key. She gets it to Dillman. Dillman over to Graber. Palmer on her. Quick first step. She drives in. Misses the layup. Rebound by Recker. Recker gets it to Baker. Baker looking to Hubble in the corner. She's going to drive. Go up for 2. It's not there. And a foul from the referee on the other side of the court.
Fouls on number 22, Mikulski.
That'll be Mikulski with her first foul. Entering the game, getting right into the box score. Hubble to the line to shoot 2. First one's up and in. Looking routine.
It's one thing that we've always seen that's positive out of this Lady Forester squad is that they know how to hit their free throws.
Drilling the second one. The Foresters lead 15-10, just under the 13-minute mark in the first half.
But I would never count this Lady Purdue Calumet squad out.
Dillman gets to Graber. Graber, jab step, down low. Mikulowski, it's not there. That's going to be Recker coming up the steal. Baker bringing it up. She finds Hubble open for 3. It's there!
Nothing but net by the junior Kelsey Hubble.
Purdue Calumet looking to stop the run here by the Foresters. Graber has it at the top of the key. Backdoor cut. Dino, she gets fouled, and one opportunity for Cassidy Dino.
I gotta say, that's a tremendous job by number 23, recognizing where she's at and being surrounded by the two Forester players. She takes the shot anyway, and miraculously it falls as she goes to the line for the and one.
We'll see the free throw up. And she splashes that one through, trimming the lead to 5. That's exactly what Purdue Calumet needed. Baker bringing it up. Off to Palmer. Palmer looking to drive. Dillman on her. Palmer back to Baker. Baker picking up a few screens. Out to Hubble. Hubble gets the 3 off. And that's good.
Another 3 by Kelsey Hubble. Tremendous ball movement by the Foresters.
Dillman up, bringing it up again. Off to Bugs. Bugs driving right side. Goes up wild layup. Gets that one in. Nice looking job there by Bugs. Get 2 points.
That was a great job by slicing and dicing by number 32.
Baker with the ball off to Palmer. Palmer with the fake between the legs. She's going to get bumped by Dillman. That's an easy call. That's going to be Purdue Calumet's 7th foul. That means Palmer will be going to the line to shoot the 1-and-1.
You never want to be in the position that Purdue is in right now. 7 fouls with just under 11:30 already play to go here in this first half as we see Miranda Palmer go to the line. Foresters only with 1 foul.
Palmer staying perfect from the line, hitting that one. We saw Stephanie Ballon. She came in for Cami Graber. As for Purdue Calumet, Palmer going to the line to shoot her second one. And that one's good.
I tell you what, since she has not missed any shot so far from the free throw line, knock on wood, my heart beats that much faster every time she goes there because I don't want her to miss.
Bugs takes a long 3 and it goes over the backboard and out of bounds. Now bring in the substitution. Bonema coming in for Eschman and the Foresters. Eschman getting a good round of applause as she's going to take a seat. And Baker will bring it up for the Foresters. They hold an 8-point advantage. Recker gets it, gonna go to the elbow to Bonema. Bonema out to Palmer. Palmer drives, step back out to Recker. Recker taking the mid-range, and it's there. Amelia Recker on fire tonight.
The Foresters just cannot miss.
Dillman bringing up Palmer right on her. Dillman goes down low to Michalowski. Thought she may have gotten away with a travel there. Not much Bonema could do.
Fans calling for a travel, but once again, refs letting them play.
Palmer going down low to Bonema. She somehow keeps a hold of it, gets it off to Recker. Recker out to Hubble. Hubble back down low to Recker. Out to Hubble. Hubble gonna take the 3. That's short. Rebound by Dillman. Dillman getting it up. It's to Ballon. Ballon goes down low to Bugs. Bugs spin move up for 2, and that's up and in. Nice move there by Bugs.
Is it wrong of me that every time I hear the word Bugs, I think of Bugs Bunny?
That's not wrong at all. You see a nice backdoor cut there. Palmer getting the easy deuce. And Coach Megessi for Purdue Calumet wants a timeout. He sees his ladies down 8 with just under 10 minutes remaining in the first half. Victor, we've seen Huntington start to pull away. What do you think? Or is there anyone in particular, do you think, that has to do with why Huntington's pulled away?
Well, in particular, I think it's a few of the ladies. First off, of course, Miranda Palmer, performing great as she always does early here in the first, midway through the first for this Foresters squad. And then Amelia Recker, fantastic job as well. Courtney Baker using her speed to advantage. I mean, I just can't single out any one Lady Forester right now because it's been such a great team effort.
It has been a great team effort so far. And we see Dillman bringing it up now for Purdue Calumet.
And we see Allison Trout in right now.
Haven't seen her yet. First appearance in this ball game. Baker all over Dino, just harassing her. Ballon has 10 seconds on the shot clock. Trout on her. Dino gets it back. Crossover going to the left side. Baker right on her. They're going to call a foul on Courtney Baker for the reach-in. Foul is on the ground, though. That brings Graber back in the game for Ballon. Also, McBee returns the action for Michalowski. Dillman inbound from the baseline. And that's going to be a 5-second call. She was running out of time, thought she got it in, but couldn't quite sneak it past the ref.
Once more, a great defensive presence by this Forester squad. I'm just thoroughly impressed, Logan.
Baker brings it up, still man-to-man being run by Purdue. Baker gets the handoff from Recker, going in on Bugs, pulls it back out. Good switch by Purdue Calumet there. Palmer out to Trout. Trout pump fake, pulls it back down, driving right side, gets stuck. And Dillman gets the steal. She's going up. She's looking to Bugs. Throws it up for her. Bugs tipping it around. Tipped out of bounds by the Foresters. Looks like Bonema was the last one to get a hand on that one.
I think that was a mistake by Trout. She tried to drive it in herself. But when Calumet has their bigs in, I don't see that as really being possible. She should have tossed it outside and tried to get that perimeter shooting, as the Foresters have done so well so far tonight.
Another 5-second call. And Purdue Calumet having all sorts of trouble getting the inbound in from the baseline. Might be a game plan for the Foresters. Just hit it out towards the baseline.
Exactly, every Logan. Time. I think they maybe not got too much sleep on the bus, and they're sleeping during the game.
Recker, same play to Palmer in the backdoor cut, and it's there again. Purdue Calumet not reading that one well, as we see Dillman bringing it up. Palmer all over her, hitting the ball. Dillman going behind the back just to get it out from there. McBee at the top of the key, gets it to Dillman. Dillman up to Dino. Baker on her. Download out of Bug. She draws the double team. Throws out to the open. Graber in the corner for three. Rim around and out. Baker getting the rebound.
12 wide open, but in and out. Baker with the rebound, marching it down for the Foresters.
Baker gets the handoff to Trout. She tries sneaking it down to Recker. It's stolen away by Graber. Graber looking to run. She's going all the way in. Right-handed layup. It's not there. Baker gets the rebound. She's bringing it up. Beautiful pass to Recker and transition. Amelia Recker with a great layup.
A great job threading the needle by Courtney Baker. Another two by Amelia Recker.
Dillman gets it up to Dino. Down low to McBee. Bonham on her, draws the double team. Bugs left open for three. That's no good. Rebound by Dino. Dino takes the mid-range. It's short. Bonham coming up with the rebound. McBee on the ground with her. Bonham gets it to Palmer. Palmer bringing it up. Pulls it back up. Going to run some offense. Gets the screen from Recker. Hand off to Trout. Trout takes the long three. That's no good. Rebound by Bonham. Bonham sneaks it down low. It's hit out of bounds by Recker. And it'll be Purdue Calumet ball. But first, we have a media timeout.
Media timeout here inside Platt Arena. I got to tell you what, Logan. Once more, I am impressed by this Forester squad as they are finishing each and every play. When the ball does not go through the hoop, they are right there to get their own rebound, and that is what a team has to do to get the win, and they're up 31-19.
That is largely due in part to why they are winning this ball game. Just the hustle points. We've seen right there in this last play, Bonham going right after a ball that maybe she didn't look like she had any chance of getting, and somehow is able to get that offensive rebound. We've seen Palmer being alive, Hubble drill some threes, but just defensively, the Forester is causing 2 5-second calls, causing turnovers, just havoc everywhere for Purdue Calumet. And Purdue Calumet has a lot of work ahead of them to try to dig themselves out of this hole, because it seems like the only person that's doing something for them right now is Jada Buggs.
You can't dig your own hole, Logan, and that's exactly what the Peregrines are doing. This media timeout was brought to you by our news correspondents at the Forrester Digital Network at FDN News. Follow them on Twitter.
Coming out of the timeout, Kelsey Hubble enters the game for Courtney Baker on the Forrester side of the basketball. Purdue Calumet's going to add a few players out there. It'll be Katie Wempler coming in. Also, Stephanie Ballon enters the ball game.
Almost a delay of game by Purdue Calumet as they were in the huddle just a little too long, but we continue play.
Dillman gets it up. Palmer meets her right at the three-point line. Going down low to Wampler. Bonema right on her. Draws the double team. Steal by Palmer. Ball on the ground now. Trout almost had it. Dillman comes up with a loose ball. Down low to Buggs. She goes up and in for a layup.
And maybe that's what the Calumet coach installed into his girls in that timeout, is that you need to know how to finish the play as well, and that's exactly what they did, fighting for the ball and the two.
Palmer has the ball in the wing, out to Trout, top of the key. Hubble has it. Bunching up now as Hubble finds Palmer. Good motion offense. Palmer looking to drive, pulls it back to the right side. Out in the corner to Trout. Nice hands getting that. Recker gets the entry pass down low. She goes up and she's fouled. Oh, they're calling a travel on Amelia Recker.
I noticed a lot more chatter going out on the court by the ladies of Purdue Calumet as well. And once more, kind of like a flashback to earlier in the game, Amelia Recker could have been called being fouled on the play and going to the line, but instead they're saying that she traveled. It's the first call, not the second, that matters.
Buggs goes up and ain't off the offensive rebound. Good defense, though, by Amelia Recker to cause the first air ball layup. Palmer gets it up to Trout. Trout may have gotten away with the travel, and now they're calling a hand check on Ballon. Mike? I'll put Trout to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. Mikowski will enter the ball game for Wampler. Also, we'll see Eschman coming in for Bonema.
A late sub by Coach Culler. I believe she's just trying to give Jacqueline some rest.
Trout drills the first one, making it look simple. Victor, I know we saw earlier in the men's game there were some missed free throws. They might want to take a lesson here from the women who are just trailing them.
I would love to see a men's versus women's matchup. Maybe we should have had that at Pack the Plat this past Thursday. But we did see Miranda Palmer and her teammate the game-winning shot from Kyle Pippinger earlier today. Their team won the three-point shootout. And I mean, that says more than we could ever say because, well, that's what they do on the court.
Buggs looking to convert the three-point play. She can't do it. Rebound goes to Hubble. She hands it off to Palmer. 2-3 zone being run by Purdue Calumet now. Trout gets the pass. Free throw line pass to Rucker, out to Hubble. Hubble gonna drive, pass out to Trout. Trout gets it to Eschman. Eschman over to Rucker. Rucker to Trout in the corner. That's no good. Rebound goes to Buggs. Dillman gets in. She's looking to run. Finds Graber top of the key. She drives in, passes down low to Buggs. Buggs getting in battle for the ball, and somehow the Forcers come out with it. Eschman and Palmer doing a great job stealing that away.
Palmer amazes me with how much she can do as Kelsey Hubble hits another three. Two. Excuse me, as you hold
Foot
up
was
the two
on the
to
line.
show me, Logan.
Foot was on the line.
We don't have a camera over there, so I can't see it. I'm getting old, Logan. I'm a senior.
It's all good there. We all would have liked a three, and it felt like it with the way this crowd erupted. It's going to be a kickball violation over on Miranda Palmer, keeping her defense up. Graber looking to inbound. Buggs finds it. She's going to pop a three. That goes around and out. Graber getting the rebound, goes up for two, and they're going to call a foul on Kelsey Hubble. Graber getting a chance for an and one.
As Hubble gets a foul for the Foresters. That's their 4th team foul as opposed to the 8 by Purdue.
She's looking to get 3 the old-fashioned way here. And it is good. We'll see Dino entering the game for Ballon and Baker entering for Hubble.
As we see Kelsey Hubble come out of the game, I would just like to mention, though, no matter where she is out in the court, her shot looks exactly the same. So that kind of caught me off guard as well, because whether it be from the 2 inside or 3 way back beyond the arc, I mean, it's the same shot, and each time it falls beautifully, nothing but net.
Palmer left open for 3 in the corner. You can't do that, Miranda Palmer on fire.
I mean, you want to talk about nothing but net, then look no further than the highlighter, Miranda Palmer.
Splish splash, she says, as she gets the steal, hits it out of bounds. However, Purdue Calumet will retain possession. Graver to inbound, right in front of the Huntington bench. No movement.
Hopefully
here
they won't get
Purdue.
another 5 second. Finally getting it out.
Bugs going down low, gets it stolen away by Palmer. Palmer has Trout ahead of her. She's going to take a dish off to Rucker for the long 2, and Amelia Rucker has yet to miss tonight. She is just doing her thing from the outside.
Sloppy ball control by Purdue Calumet. That's all I can say, and tremendous ball movement by the Foresters once again.
We see Dino with the ball out to Dillman. Dillman takes the corner 3. That's not there. Rebound goes to Eschman. She hands off to Baker. Just over 3 minutes remain. Foresters on top by 12. Trout has it. Pull back, going down low to Rucker. Rucker goes to the right side, up. Couldn't quite get that layup to fall.
That would have been a trick shot if I ever saw one, Logan.
Dillman gets it to Bugs. They're going to call a foul on Amelia Rucker. That's only the team's 5th of this half. It's Rucker's first foul of the night. Bugs goes deep to Dino. Dino on the right wing, dribbling over to Graber. Graber to Dillman. She gets it back to Graber. Graber behind the back, going in on Trout, and they're going to call a foul on Trout. That's the team's 6th foul. And we have a sub for Purdue Calumet. McBee coming in for Mikowski. Dillman inbound from the baseline. Able to get it into Dino from the elbow. That's not there. Record gets it. Courtney Baker bringing it up court.
The shots are just not falling for Purdue, Logan.
Baker gets to Eschman. Eschman thought to go down low to Rucker. It goes off her fingertips and out of bounds. Turnover for the Foresters.
Too high of a pass by Eschman.
Dillman trotting it up for Purdue. Palmer right on her. Not letting her go anywhere easily. She finds Bugs at the top of the key. Down to McBee. Eschman right on her. McBee goes up and in with that lefty layup. Not much you can do for the Foresters.
Number 41, Patrice McBee, trying to rejuvenate this Purdue Calumet squad with that too.
Trout goes in the corner to Palmer. Palmer step back 3 from the corner. Splish splash, Miranda Palmer.
I don't know what more Calumet can do right now because the shots are just falling every which way for the Foresters. Palmer finding a way no matter what she does.
McBee has it. She's going to drive in left side. That's no good. Excuse me, McBee putting it in. I thought she got away with the travel there.
Putting it in aggressively, maybe using her passport for her advantage, traveling to the basket.
We see Palmer with it on the wing. Back to man-to-man defense for Purdue Calumet. Eshman has it, gives it to Trout. Trout step in. That's going to be a foul on the ground. That one's on Dino. And that'll cost Trout to go to the line.
That'll be Purdue's 9th foul.
She'll be at the line shooting the 1-and-1. So now we'll see Miranda White coming in the ballgame for Amelia Recker. That's Miranda White's first appearance tonight. Trout rolls the first one around and in. And we see Bonema coming in for Eshman, also for the Forsters, with 1:13 remaining.
I think Coach Culler is doing a great job right now balancing the time of her players.
Trout drilling the second one. There'll be Dillman walking it up. Crossover. Bringing it behind the back on Palmer. Out to Graber. Graber gets it to Bugs. Bugs driving in. And they're going to call a foul on the Foresters.
You gotta be kidding!
They're going to say this one's on Miranda Palmer. Now cause Jada Bugs go to the line to shoot a pair.
What page did you find that call on?
Just to quote the crowd, Logan, you gotta be kidding.
Bugs gets the second one to fall. And Baker will bring it up. Just under a minute left to go in this first half. Forsters with a 12-point advantage. Baker setting up the offense. Gets it to White. White at the elbow. Looking to pass. Gonna have to get it off. That's gonna be a 5-second call. Bugs was all over her.
Just number 44, Miranda White, showing her inexperience as she hasn't gotten much time so far this year, but I know she's a great player.
Dillman bringing it up. About 7-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Graber has it, driving right side, pullback, finds Dillman in the corner for three. That's off the mark. Baker getting the rebound. Shot clock turned off with 15 seconds remaining. Baker getting it to Trout, 10 seconds. Trout atop the key, find Baker on the left side. 5 seconds, Baker to Trout. Trout getting the three off, and that's no good. And that's how the first half will end. The Foresters on top of the Peregrines, 45-33.
Luckily, that was the last play in the first half, because that's not the typical Forester squad we saw in this past first half, just controlling the ball a little too much. As Logan mentioned, Foresters are in the lead 45-33 at the end of the first half. We'll take a break here on FDN Sports and showcase the halftime shootout by the students, then take a commercial break and a word from FDN News.
If you remove this ticket number, you could be a winner. 601-496. 496. Ticket number 601-487. 487. Finally, ticket number 601-467. 467. 476. 601-476. Science and Center. The Huntington University Athletic Department wants to thank all the points.
Plans don't always go the way we want them to, but you're not alone in this adventure called life. Remedy Live is a non-for-profit web station that strives to produce a positive message while helping teens who need it. If we can help you, text the word REMEDY to 313131 or visit our website at remedylive.com to chat with someone there. Remedy Live. We chat, we listen, we love.
Good afternoon and welcome to FDN News. I'm Bree Santiago. Our top story this week, Huntington University welcomes the state's highest-ranking politician. Governor Mike Pence made his way through campus last Thursday. FDN reporter Kelsey Cruz explains why he came to campus.
Norm the Forester made a new friend this week, and students found a new friend to star in their selfies. On November 6th, Huntington University had the honor of hosting Governor of Indiana Mike Pence. HU's very own media and journalism teams had the opportunity to ask Governor Pence several questions. And as excited as students and faculty were about the governor's arrival, Governor Pence seemed just as eager to be visiting HU. Governor Pence was very excited and optimistic about recent elections and re-elections in Indiana.
Well, I'm very pleased with the election results here in Indiana and around the country. Right. I mean, we had a great day in Indiana. We elected three conservative leaders to the State House, three women who brought extraordinary background and capability.
Governor Pence said that his purpose in visiting Huntington University was not only to encourage the students, but also to learn of ways to improve higher education. He is currently pleased with Indiana's higher education compared to the rest of the United States.
We have the best system of higher education in the United States of America. When you combine our private colleges, our public universities, and I went to a private college undergraduate, I went to a public university for law school. I don't think there's any state in America that pound for pound can add up all the opportunities that we have in higher education.
The question everybody seems to be wondering, is Governor Pence going to be running for president in the 2016 election? When our news team asked him this simple yes or no question, a simple yes or no answer isn't quite what we got.
You know, it's very humbling for me to have the opportunity to serve in this role, and I'm going to focus all my energies on the future of the people of Indiana. We'll let my future take care of itself.
At this point, the answer is left up to your own interpretation of his response. Who knows, Huntington University students may have shook hands with the future President of the United States. Reporting for FDN News, I'm Kelsey Cruz.
The Advancement Office told us they are excited to have the support of the state leader, and they look forward to seeing what his future holds. As the semester winds down, several students are rushing to get their 30 chapel requirements in. Some students have reached out to us worried about fewer chapel credits offered. FDN discovered there were 6 fewer chapels this semester compared to last, but campus pastor Arthur Wilson assured us that there are 80+ chapels being offered, which is average. He told us this semester the university decided not to advertise as much, saying it should be the students' responsibility to know when chapels are offered.
Don't be nervous, and if there's things that we can help or do, please let us know, but ultimately no. We're going to hold each other accountable and responsible for our expectations.
Wilson suggests that all students schedule chapel as an actual class so that they don't give themselves the opportunity to skip until they have reached their minimum requirement. It's musical season here at HU. Our theater company has been hard at work preparing a beloved classic, Singing in the Rain. The humor-filled ballad is set in the 20s and tells the story of a famous silent film actor who falls in love with a beautiful actress for the talkies. Senior Audra Rittenhouse says the show is extremely funny and appropriate for all ages.
People should come to the show because it's such a fun show. It's so enjoyable to watch someone sit up stage and have rain be poured on them and then be totally okay with it because they're singing in the rain. It's a beautiful concept, and it's amazing what we've done with this show and what you're going to see on stage, what's happening, all that energy that we put into it, because it's a lot of fun. It's a great show to perform. It's all going to come back to you, and you're going to have a wonderful time watching it because of all the fun that we're having. It's contagious. It's a very contagious concept. And so you should come see it because it's a great, wonderful, fun time.
Performances begin on November 13th and run through the 22nd. For times and ticket information, you can contact Huntington University box office. If you are looking for something to do tonight, Huntington University is holding its annual Pack the Platte event. Students and faculty are invited to the Platte Arena at 9:30 tonight to meet the men's and women's basketball teams. The night will also include a 3-point shootout competition and a staff versus students basketball game. If you have questions about the event, visit the event's Facebook page, Pack the Platte. A new band will perform at Pack the Platte. They're called Fly These Wings. Students Eric Baker, Niles Berry, Noah Huffman, and Micah Butts have joined together to form the band. This past Friday, they performed all original music at the New Hope Church in Huntington. After the show, the band felt energized and optimistic about their future.
I thought the concert went really well, and also I got to get from behind the drum set, interact with the crowd, which never happens. So I'm pretty happy about that too. So overall, I was beyond pleased with how it turned out.
Fly These Wings plays piano-driven alternative rock. Tonight will be their second performance. Well, that's all we have for you in this installment of FDN News. Don't forget to check us out online at forresterdigital.net and follow us on Twitter at FDN_news. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.
And we're back here on FDN Sports, a part of the Forrester Digital Network. I'm Victor McCarty, along with my friend Logan Hunt. The first half we saw the Forresters get 45 points as opposed to the Peregrines 33. With 4 minutes left here in halftime, let's go ahead and take a look at the halftime stats. Logan, field goal percentage for the Forresters, 56%. Whereas the Peregrines 48, and a very intriguing stat to me, Logan. Forresters shooting 100% from the free throw line, 12 of 12.
That's huge. If you hit your free throws, I mean, that's 12 just easy points right there. And I would like you to look at the score, Victor, and see how many points Huntington is leading by.
Ironic? I think not.
Forresters, like you said, 100% from the free throw line, doing a great job, but also 38% from the three-point mark. That's largely due in part to Kelsey Hubble and Miranda Palmer just draining them down. Also, something you have to look at, 6 steals on the night so far for the Forresters. 2 coming from Miranda Palmer. That's huge. As Forresters just having active hands.
Miranda Palmer doing it all tonight for the Lady Forresters. Not only is she getting the steals, as you said, Logan, but she's leading the team in points with 17 of her own. And, well, looking at the Peregrine side of the ball, we see Jada Buggs with 17 of her own, but she's the only one within double digits. The one closest to her is Patrice McBee with 8, and that's something that Calumet is going to have to fix going into the second half. You can't have one player do everything and expect to win the game.
Like you said, Bugs McBee are the main players for Purdue Calumet, and so far the Forresters figured that out and put a stop to it right away. But something that intrigues me is that the Forresters have 45 points already at half, and that almost matches their first game total point amount. As the past 4 games, the Forresters have just increased in their points. First game they scored 55, second game 58, third game 64, and then the fourth game they scored 71. Forresters with 45 points already are on track to best their total point amount of the season so far.
And I think the first game, it was just a little bit of first game jitters. Their leading person in assists, Courtney Palmer, she was just coming off of a brutal soccer season, so had to give her some rest. And she's really a key factor in how many points the Foresters score, because when she bobs and weaves through the opposing team defense, she finds an open woman in this circumstance, and the Foresters, they're just not missing tonight.
That is very true. The Foresters are just on fire tonight. Hubble, we saw hit a few key threes that are really turning out to be a major factor. But someone that we kind of forgot about was Darian Thompson for Purdue Calumet. She had those 2 early fouls. We didn't see her the rest of the half once they substituted in Dillman. And I'm surprised that Thompson didn't get back out there when the Foresters started getting on a run. But 12 points is easy to come back from. And so let's see Thompson try to get herself going, because you know she gets tired after only playing about 5 minutes.
Maybe the coach was just trying to save his secret weapon for this second half, and who knows, sometimes teams are completely different depending on the half. So I would also like to mention that the other 2 leading scorers for the Foresters are Kelsey Hubble and Amelia Recker, and we've been seeing Amelia Recker get down and dirty inside the paint with the rebounds. Total of 5 rebounds right now for the Foresters. Tremendous job just overall by this Lady Forester squad.
Like you said, the Forester squad just doing it all right now, having a great game. And you mentioned some of the other supporting cast, but Miranda Palmer really just seems to be going off. 17 points, 3 assists, 2 steals. 5 for 8 shooting from the field. Perfect so far from the free throw line. Miranda Palmer's having an MVP type of night. She might be challenging Derek Heinen for that MVP Ness Brothers Championship right there. She's having herself a great game.
Hey, she just might. And speaking of Derek Heinen, we did see him miss some shots in the student competition at halftime. So, he's had a long day. He performed great for the guys earlier, but he missed the easy, 2. And then he missed what might be a game winner. So hopefully he practices that going into the future.
We're starting this second half. Courtney Baker, handoff to Hubble, trying to get it started. Hubble giving it back to Baker. Back outside to Hubble in the corner. She finds Bonema at the free throw line. Bonema taking the jumper off the front iron, no good. Thompson with it. She looks to run. All the starters on the floor. That will be Graber getting it. Down low to McBee. McBee up and in for 2. On the floor for Purdue Calumet, it's McBee, Bugs, Dino, Graber, and Thompson. We see Baker going coast to coast, dishing out to Hubble. Hubble gets it to Recker, over to Baker. Baker dribbling around, has Bugs on her. Gets the screen from Bonema, takes the 2. Rejected by Bugs, she gets it. She's going all the way with the layup. Easy 2 for Bugs.
And we're going to see Lori Culler take an early timeout. Just 19:04 in the second half.
Right out the gate, just Purdue Calumet coming out strong and on top. They've pulled already within 8 with 2 quick buckets. It wasn't looking good for Huntington, as Coach Collier not happy with that Bonema long 2. Baker getting blocked, just have to stop the run right off the bat, and I like that timeout call by Huntington to make sure that all these ladies are in check and ready to go coming out of halftime.
Exactly as you said, Logan. I think Color's just trying to recoup her girls, and Calumet just coming out here inside the second, exploding. And as I mentioned during the half, maybe they were saving their secret weapons for when it matters the most to finish the fight. Media timeout. They're treating it as a media timeout. Brought to you by Huntingtonian.
Coming out of the timeout, it's Baker, Hubble, Palmer, Recker, and Bonema on the floor for the Foresters. Baker bringing it up. Man-to-man defense by Purdue Calumet. Recker getting the mid-range underway. Gets that one to drop for her. First points on the board of this second half for Huntington. Thompson gets it up to Graber. Gets the screen. Graber out to Dino. Baker active on her. You see Graber dribbling left side out to Thompson. Thompson coming back to the right. Dino thought about shooting. Hubble right there. She goes down low to McBee. That seems to be there all night. McBee getting up and in for an easy twos.
And just like that, Calumet once again controlling the paint in the game.
Hubble dribbling around top of the key, gets it to Baker. Baker gets backdoor cut to Palmer. Palmer, nice pass to Rucker. Rucker gonna take the two. It's not there. She gets her own rebound. She goes up for two. Not there. Bonham with the offensive rebound. She goes up, and she is fouled.
Great job by Rucker and Bonham getting the rebounds, finishing the fight. Way to follow the ball.
That foul's on McBee. That's her second foul of the ball game. And the team's first of this half. We'll see Bonham at the line to shoot two. And she gets the first one to drop. First free throw of the ball game goes in for her. Looking to go 2 for 2. Second one goes up. And rims around and out. Forcers hitting off each other. Bonham almost came up with the rebound, but stepped on the line. Out of bounds for the Foresters.
And Jacqueline Bonham was getting into the crowd of the Force section. We see Calvin Miller and Drew Benedict of the guys squad just scurrying for them lives.
Bugs going one-on-one with the Rucker. Spin move goes up for two. Bonham, a good verticality there, but Bugs hitting the tough left-handed hook. Nice strong there. Nice strong move by Bugs. Baker getting it up. Hand off to Palmer. Palmer behind the back. Thompson on her, doing a good job. Palmer gets it to Hubble. Hubble dribbling right side. Pull back. Baker trying to drive. Nothing there. 8 seconds now on the shot clock. Baker just driving around and finally gets Bugs on the foul. That might be a bailout there. Forster's getting lucky. That foul going on Bugs. That's her first foul.
We saw at the end of the first that Calumet started to be a little bit more talkative on the court, and they're doing that right now, Logan, and I look for them to do that the rest of the game. Communication is key in any game.
Rucker getting the ball down low, goes up, misses that. Bonham coming up with the rebound. Hubble left open for three, off the mark. Bonham getting another offensive rebound, and she will be fouled. Jacqueline Bonham going to work. Now we see a foul on McBee.
As I mentioned before, Logan, it's not the size of the dog, but the fight inside.
That foul on McBee, that's her third foul. She's going to have to take a seat. Mikowski coming in for her. We see Palmer getting it. Gives it to Baker. So quick on that turn. She goes backdoor to Hubble. Hubble barely keeping it alive. Gets it to Rucker. Rucker pump fake up for the easy two, but it's not there. Gets the rebound, goes up, left-handed layup, and that's good.
The Foresters might be missing their shots, but what they're doing is fantastic, following their shots, getting the rebound, and getting back inside the paint.
Bugs one-on-one with Rucker, spin move, Bonham right there, and they're gonna call a travel on Bugs. Bonham staying straight up. Good defense by the Foresters. Now we see Mikowski exiting. In for her is McBee. And now we have a timeout called by Huntington. Foresters on top 50-41 with 16:32 remaining in the ball game. And having a lot of conversation here as Purdue Calumet coach to the referee.
Yeah, exactly, Logan. We see the coach of Purdue Calumet just giving an earful to the referees, just begging them to call a fair game. As Lori Culler called a timeout, and we'll get back underway here inside Platt Arena with the Foresters controlling the ball.
Rucker gonna inbound it to Baker. Baker bringing it up. She gets it to Hubble. Hubble picking up a few screens at the top of the key. Hand off to Baker. Baker Gets it to Palmer. Palmer behind the back. Finds Bonema. 5 seconds now on the shot clock. Palmer dribbling in left side. Left-handed layup. No good. Bonema with the board out to Palmer. Palmer getting it to Baker to reset the offense.
Once again, the shot not falling, but that doesn't matter. They get the rebound.
Hubble with the long deuce. And that drops for Kelsey Hubble.
And once again, Kelsey Hubble showcasing her beautiful technique.
Thompson bringing it up. Gets it to Graber. Graber going in behind the back, out to Bugs. Palmer on Bugs, mismatch. Bugs drives in. They're going to call foul on Palmer. And now we'll send Jada Bugs to the line to shoot 2. That's Palmer's first foul of the ball game and the team's first foul of the half. Bugs hits the first free throw attempt. Second one's up. No good. She's 2 for 5 on the night. Baker quickly up to Hubble. Hubble spin move. Looks like she lost it there. Getting it back out to Bonema. Hubble gets it to her in the corner. Hubble driving in. Kick out to Recker. Recker taking the long 2. And that's good by Amelia Recker. She's having a night to remember. Thompson quickly bringing it up. She finds Graber. Graber driving right side. Down low to McBee. Stolen by Hubble. Recker leading the pack. Hubble gets it to her. Recker loses it as Graber steals it but steps on the baseline. That's going to be a turnover for Purdue Calumet. And Huntington will keep possession. And it'll be Hubble to inbound from underneath her own basket. She finds Recker at the left elbow. She's driving in on Bugs. Thompson going to get a steal. She's going to go all the way in, getting the foul, and one. Looked like Baker had the ball, but Thompson going to get that one to fall and going to the line to shoot 1.
Well, their coach did ask the refs to call a fair game, and I think we're seeing a little bit more of that now.
That's Baker's third foul. That's something she's going to have to be careful of. And Courtney Baker will bring it up after Thompson converts on the and 1. Lead down to 11. Hubble driving right side, gets it to Palmer. Palmer down to Recker. Recker to Bonema. Bonema out to Baker for the long 2. It's no good. Rebound Dino. Dino gets it to Graber. Graber bringing it up. Palmer meets her at the three-point line. Picks up the dribble, gets it to Thompson. Thompson out to Dino on the right side. Dino to Graber. Graber, long 2. That's no good. Rebound Bonema. Bonema gets it to Palmer. Palmer's looking to push. Dishes it out to Recker for the 2. No good. Bonema with the offensive board. Palmer
around
with the free throw
the
line.
world and inside for the net. Miranda Palmer with the 2.
Bonema having a fantastic night. Multiple offensive rebounds already for her. We see Thompson bringing it up, picks up the dribble, gets it to Graber. Graber down low to Bugs. She draws the double team. McBee gets it hit away on the pass. Recker picks up her dribble, gets it to Baker.
And that was the quickness by Baker enforcing that steal.
We see Palmer picking up a nice screen from Bonema. She takes it in. She'll draw the foul on McBee. And I do believe that's going to be McBee's 4th foul. That'll be the team's 3rd. And we'll see Mikowski forced to come in for her. And that's a huge loss as McBee's out. That's the second leading scorer for Purdue Calumet. And now they're going to reset the shot clock to 30. Scores 56-45. Forster's on top of the Peregrines with 13:06 remaining in this ballgame.
We see the men in stripes communicating to see where the shot clock will be, and they'll start it right.
They're explaining that they have a clock problem, making sure that the clocks all worked out as the referees walk over. Check.
13:31 when he called
13. Clock will be reset to 13:31 as we hear.
We're all human, Logan. Sometimes we just make mistakes. So we're getting that figured out, adding 13:31 to the game.
And finally, after the confusion, Hubble will inbound from the baseline. Gets it to Palmer. Palmer down low, dribbling back out. Gets it to Bonema for the elbow shot. That doesn't go. Rebound Bugs. She finds Thompson.
But I can't understand the frustration being shown by the head coach of Purdue, Calumet. I mean, his ladies are down, but just score another 2, narrowing the gap.
That's Baker now bringing it up. Finds Hubble in the corner. She drives in. That's going to be a hand check call on Graber. That's Graber's second foul and the team's 5th foul. We see Recker going up, and she will be fouled. That foul's going to go on Dino. We'll see Recker at the line to shoot a pair. She's perfect tonight.
And the other Emil comes in for Jacqueline Bonema.
And we'll see Recker drill the second one. Same perfect on the night.
Recker drilling the second one, but seeing Eschman spinning around like that reminds me of Dwight Freeney.
Was a Dwight Freeney type of move. His patent spin move we always saw with a long-time Colt. Bugs goes in, dish off to Mikowski. That's not there. Baker bringing it up. She finds Hubble. Hubble faking, going to the left side, and picks up the dribble. Needs some help, finds a Recker. Bugs on her. Baker right there to clean everything up. She's going to pull it back out with 10 on the shot clock. Picks up the screen from Recker. Hubble taking the long fadeaway 3. You got to be kidding me, Kelsey Hubble.
Kelsey Hubble, no matter where she's on, she is showing fearless as well. I wonder if she listens to the album Fearless by T Swift.
She has to. We see Graver getting that deuce to fall.
I like to think that was T Swift's glory days, Logan. I prefer to listen to her older stuff rather than her new stuff. Shake It Off, it's good, but anything else, not really.
You gotta love the old T Swift. Everyone likes that. We see Palmer driving in. She gets it blocked out of bounds by, I believe, Bugs got her hand on that one. So it'll be the Foresters inbounding from their own baseline. 11 seconds on the shot clock. Hubble gonna have to be smart about this one. She gets it to Eschman. Eschman to Baker. Baker gets it to Eschman.
5 on the clock. Got to get rid of it. 3, 2, 1.
Palmer can't get it off in time. Shot clock violation.
That buzzer lasting a little bit longer than my ears like to hear, Logan.
Buzzer might have lasted longer than 25 seconds itself. We see Thompson getting it up. Graber with a nice jab step, driving in. Floater in the lane. That's not good. Mikowski rebound, misses that layup. Recker cleaning it up.
It was a good job by number 22 getting the layup, but continuing the pattern of the shots just not falling for Calumet.
Palmer goes down to Recker, has it tipped away by Dino. Nice effort going to the ground, but still out of bounds. Turnover for the Foresters. That's Thompson running it up. She stops as Hubble meets her out in the perimeter. Thompson gets it to Graber. Palmer on her. Finds Bugs at the top of the key. Bugs thought about shooting. She goes down low to Mikowski. Out to Graber. And they're going to call a hand check on Miranda Palmer. that's Palmer's second foul. We see Thompson inbound from underneath her own basket. She gets it to Graber. Graber's going up for 2, and that's good. Baker bringing it up court for the Foresters. Gets it to Eschman on the elbow. Finds Hubble. Hubble looking to drive. Bounce out to Palmer for 3. That's no good. Rebound goes to Dino. Dino gets it hit down. Courtney Baker hitting that ball out of bounds. Good defensive play by Courtney Baker. And we'll see Allison Trout entering the ball game. She'll come in from Miranda Palmer.
Great job so far tonight by Miranda Palmer, getting a well-deserved rest. And I still have to know where she gets those great shoes, Logan.
I'll have to ask her about that after the ball game. We gotta see.
With the Foresters only leading by 10, with 10-10 remaining, how a coincidence. I like to see that they're not letting up and still bringing the fight to Calumet, because 10 points isn't really a lot. Anything can happen with still 10 minutes remaining.
You see a turnover there by Purdue. Calumet. Bugs trying to get a little too fancy there. And Baker still doing the point guard duties. And now the shot clock's going to need reset. And we have some confusion again on the clock, between the shot clock and the play clock.
Out of bounds. Was it out of bounds? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What was the time on
Making sure we get the play clock right.
10:06. Okay, so 10:04. 10:04 on the game clock.
Making sure we had 2 more seconds up on the play clock.
I feel like we should mic the referees. Look, I mean, they just come right over to us. We point our mics right at them.
And now Purdue Calumet getting the chance to press. I'm not sure they're going to want to do that against Courtney Baker. She'll be able to run right by him. Baker gets it up past the timeline. Gets it to Recker. Recker getting the screen. Free throw line shot, and that's good by Amelia Recker.
As we see Amelia Recker smiling for the Foresters, the ball just up and in.
Graber push off, goes to Bugs. She mishandles it. Thompson's right there to keep it alive. Graber has it, and now we have an injury timeout. Bugs looks to have a cramp. She's gonna have to be subbed out by Stephanie Ballon coming in for Jada Bugs. And that's huge for Purdue Calumet.
Possibly a cramp by Bugs. She'll definitely lose some pep to her step.
Victor, where's the scoring going to come from now with Bugs and McBee on the bench?
Honestly, I do not know, Logan.
We see Dino going up.
Well,
nice kiss.
There's your answer.
Yeah, right there. Dino picking up the slack right off the bat. Baker getting it to Hubble. Hubble looking for something. She gets it to Trout. And now we have a timeout called by Coach Collier and the Foresters. With 9:07 remaining, the Foresters on top by 10. Looked like there may have been a few hand check calls. You know, I was watching the same thing that everyone else here was watching. It seemed like we know the hand check call is you're allowed to have one hand on the player, but once you go with 2 or you get that forearm up into their back, that's when it's going to be called. Those are the new rules that have been instituted, and the refs have been told to look for that. We've seen the hand check called about 5 or 6 times tonight by the exact same referee that was standing over there watching. I'm not sure if he just was going to let him play or he just didn't catch that hand check call.
Who knows tonight, Logan? This night has been filled with very many different things. We have some malfunctions at the scoreboard and whatnot, but who knows? But as I always say, I like to just see him let him play.
Do you know? Making sure everything's good to go with the shot clock again. And we should be as Eschman gets it. Baker going cross court to Eschman. It's not there. Stolen away. Thompson getting it up quickly to Graber. She's going to go right at Trout. She gets poked away by Hubble and somehow keeps it alive, and it'll be kicked out of bounds.
And Miranda Palmer is going to come back in for Kelsey Hubble.
Also, we see Bugs back out on the floor for the Peregrines.
When you exchange Palmer for Hubble, there's really no change because they're almost identical in their play style.
Thompson with a little bit of trickery there, hitting it off the back of the Foresters, getting it in and getting the deuce, and they'll adding one more to that.
That was a great play by number 10 as she goes to the line. First one up.
That's no good. That foul was on Miranda Palmer. That's her third. She's going to have to be careful. Team's leading scorer. Baker gets it to Trout. Trout driving, gets it to Palmer. They're going to call Trout for the travel. Shuffled her feet just a little bit.
Calumet isn't down by much, so let's see if they can keep the momentum on their side. Only down 63-55.
Down 8, we see Grader going up. She gets it blocked by Eschman. Nice rebound by Recker. And Baker's looking to push. Graber trying to stay with her, but she can't. Trout gets the pass going down low. Pass to Recker for the mid-range. That rolls around and in.
Takes a hop off the rim, a kiss of the backboard, and inside the net for a swim.
Thompson finds Bugs at the top. Bugs draws the double team. Thompson has it. Dish out to Graber, pump fake from the corner. She's going to get fouled by Trout. That'll be Trout's third foul. And now calls Bugs to inbound from underneath her own basket. She gets it out to Graber. Graber up top to Thompson. Thompson back to Graber. Bugs battling down low against Recker. Cross court to Mike Mikowski. Thompson getting the pass, taking the long three. It's not there. And that's going to be a foul, I believe, on Mikowski, as Eschman had a beautiful block out on her.
I almost said just let the ball go out of bounds, but the fight, still plenty of fight left in the Foresters with 7:47 left to play. Eschman going after the ball, and we'll take another media timeout here inside Platt Arena. The lead still at 10, 65-55 by the Foresters, but you wouldn't be able to tell in this game. I mean, it's been back and forth, both of which ways. The shots not falling for Calumet, but then the shots not falling by the Foresters. But what the Foresters are doing, whereas the Calumet are not, is getting the rebounds and getting the easy layups inside the paint. And as I've mentioned numerous times throughout this game, Logan, I would have assumed that Calumet would have the better job at controlling the paint because of their size, but that's not the case here tonight.
We've seen a lot of great rebounding out of the Foresters. We've seen Recker, Eschman, and Bonema all getting in. Bonema with multiple offensive rebounds. Recker being real scrappy herself. Eschman, we just saw herself with a beautiful block, just a pure fundamental block out. The coach has to be happy about that. And like you said, you wouldn't expect it by seeing the size of Purdue Calumet. But I think a lot of this is due in part to Patrice McBee with 4 fouls. She's having to go to the bench. And also, we've seen Jada Bugs playing more out on the perimeter than really down low. That's where most of their size is.
Exactly, Logan. That media timeout was brought to you by FDN News. Follow them on Twitter at FDN News, our news counterpart here on the Forester Digital Network.
And just when I spoke, McBee back in the ball game with Bugs. This is that starting lineup back in for Purdue Calumet as they bring the full court pressure. Baker running right by Graber, and nothing Graber can do about that as Baker's going to stop it, pull it back out, and get some offense going. Just dribbling around, getting it down to Recker on the elbow. Recker driving right side. Pass out to Baker. Baker finds Trout. Trout on the opposite side goes down to Recker. She goes up for two. It's not there. And that's going to be a shot clock violation. Ball never hitting rim and no one getting possession of the ball. 10-point lead for the Foresters with 7 minutes remaining. Thompson getting it up court. She's trying to get it down to Bugs. McBee gets it top the key. Now she gets it to Bugs. Bugs passing to McBee. McBee up and in for two. Graber almost with the steal. Courtney Baker very alert in getting that ball.
It's an interesting strategy by the coach of the Peregrines, is having two of his best players inside the game right now for the team, both having 4 fouls apiece.
Beautiful rebound by Eschman, offensive board. Trout dribbling around. She gets it out to Palmer. Palmer has Thompson draped on her. She's going to take the long three. It's not there. Rebound McBee. She finds Graber. Graber trotting it up. She's going down to Bugs. Bugs draws the double team, goes around, misses it. Eschman with the rebound. She finds Palmer. Palmer bringing it up court, leading the charge. She's going to go all the way. Left-handed layup, and that's in.
Bugs trying to score the easy two on the opposite side of the court, but the ball hopping outside of the rim. Palmer running it down for an easy two of her own.
Bugs missing the three. Eschman getting the board. Palmer gets it on the outlet. She's going to dish off to Recker. Recker gets fouled, going up for two.
Momentum back on the Foresters side of the ball now, as Miranda Palmer and Amelia Recker are putting on a clinic.
Recker perfect from the line tonight so far. Gonna look to continue that. She drills the first one. We see Hubble coming in for Trout again tonight. Recker looking to tack on one more point to her stat line. And that's good. The Graber to inbound.
The percentage by the Foresters at the line tonight is just amazing to me. I believe they've only missed one by Bonema.
I believe so. We see McBee getting the easy two. And a timeout. And a timeout called by Purdue Calumet. And some more clock confusion going on here.
5:31.
And coming into this timeout, the Foresters lead 69-57 with what's going to be 5:31 remaining. And it has been an exciting one for sure.
69-59 here inside the timeout by Calumet. I believe he's just trying to keep his girls' heads inside the game because, I mean, it's not that they've been performing horrible. It's just that some of the shots aren't falling, and two of his best players have 4 fouls apiece, so he hasn't been able to give them as much time as he would like.
Like you said, Bugs McBee both with 4 fouls apiece. That's been the struggle all night, trying to work around that. And if the Foresters can get one of those girls to foul out, I think this game could, be all but over. We haven't seen the 3-ball falling for Purdue Calumet at all. They get themselves down 10 with 5:30 remaining. You got to think, it's with the way the Foresters have been scoring tonight, that you're going to have to maybe hit some threes to get yourself back in this ballgame. There's no way. It's highly unlikely that the Foresters won't score for the remainder of this time.
I mean, Foresters are hitting on all cylinders, as you might say, Logan. I mean, Miranda Palmer, Amelia Recker, Eschman playing physical inside the paint, Courtney Baker with her speed, and of course Kelsey Hubble good for the three as well.
Baker getting the inbound full court press by Purdue Calumet. Bugs all the way out on Baker, finding herself out on the perimeter. Baker gets it to Hubble out of the trap. Hubble finds Eschman. Eschman taking the two. That's not there. And And Purdue Calumet can't get the rebound on a miscommunication between Dino and McBee.
She took her eyes off the ball, and that what leads to the Foresters retaining the ball.
Hubble to inbound. Looking for something, gets it to Recker. Recker going to the ground, finds Palmer. Left open for three, and that's good by Miranda Palmer. Splish, splash, caddywhack.
I ask you the question, Logan, what can Calumet do to stop the force that is Miranda Palmer?
I think the answer to that is you can't. You can only contain her. So we see McBee going to the ground off of the miss. Courtney Baker bringing it up. She's dribbling around, has bugs on her. She's going to get the screen from Eschman. Palmer losing the ball. Bugs and Thompson working together. Eschman goes up. Thompson misses it, and Bugs cleans it up. Recker gets it to Palmer, and they're going to call a foul on Thompson. As Palmer drawing that one on Thompson.
The Calumet players not liking that one, but I would have to agree with that call. And it was a no call down here when number 10 did steal the ball. There was quite a bit of contact.
That's Calumet's 8th foul of this half. So Palmer going to the line to shoot the one-on-one. Like we said, it's perfect on the season so far. Looking just get 2 easy ones. The first one's money going through the net.
My heart stops every time she goes to the line. Logan, please do not jinx her.
Maybe I shouldn't have said anything to begin with, Victor. I'm sorry. Palmer's second free throw attempt. Gonna go up, and that's good.
You could hear a pin drop when Palmer goes to the line.
Thompson getting it up. She finds Bugs at the top of the key, gets it to McBee. McBee goes up for 2. Great defense by Eschman. Rebound by Hubble. She's looking to push. She's going to pull it back out. She gets it to Baker. Baker drawing Bugs on the outside, and that's a foul on Bugs. Going for the reach around. They're calling Bugs, saying that's her 3rd foul, so we must have a few fouls miscalculated over here. It'll be Courtney Baker going to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. She drills the first one. Baker looking to get just another easy point, added on to her box score. And that one's up and in. 76-61, Foresters on top.
Again, tremendous job by the Foresters at the line tonight, and that's what's winning them the game.
Graber dribbling around, maneuvering her way down low. McBee gonna get that miss and put it up and in. And that is good. And now we have a timeout called by Purdue Calumet with 3:57 remaining. Foresters on top 76-63. Victor, what have you seen so far out of the Foresters that have them up by 13?
Well, Logan, let me tell you. There's a lot of things that I've seen from the Lady Foresters that have them up by 13 right now. For one, as I just mentioned, they're shooting almost perfect from the free throw line, only missing one by Jacqueline Bonema. And then their tremendous jobs by Miranda Palmer, Amelia Recker, Courtney Baker, Amelia Eschman, Kelsey Palmer. I could go on and on, Logan. I mean, you can't single out a single player except for Miranda Palmer because of her shoe color. It's amazing tonight.
Full court press being run by Purdue Calumet. And we see Baker getting it. She's just outrunning the whole entire squad up, getting to her corner. There's nothing Purdue Calumet can do about that. That's for sure. Baker just going to dribble out some time. Top of the key. Dishing it down to Palmer. Palmer taking the mid-range. It's not there. Dino getting the ball. Hubble went for the jump ball. Couldn't quite keep a hold of it. Thompson getting it up and running. Putting the moves on. She goes coast to coast. And she gets blocked by Recker, and they're going to call a foul. On Eschman. That'll put Thompson to the line to shoot a pair.
That's Eshman's only first foul of the game.
It's the team's 7th foul of this half. Both teams shooting in the bonus. Excuse me, Huntington will be in the double bonus. As Thompson hits the first one. She's been quiet tonight. We'll see the second one go up. And she gets that one to fall. Hubble inbounding to Baker. She draws the immediate double team. She's able to throw it off of Graber and out of bounds. It'll be Hubble gonna inbound. Now we have the referees checking the time again.
I'm gonna have to say, Logan, that they should just continue to run the clock.
And the coach for Purdue, Calumet, gonna check the time to make sure everything is worked out.
Maybe this is why so many people around the world like the game of soccer, as they call football, because they don't stop the clock until the intermission.
I was gonna say, they just keep it going no matter what. We see 28 seconds now on the shot clock, 2 seconds coming off of the clock.
How can you do that?
And we see Baker getting it up. She's driving in. She throws it to Hubble, and that's going to be a foul on Thompson with a body foul. And Thompson fouls out. That is her 5th foul. So now the coach for Calumet, Purdue Calumet, will get time to figure out who he's going to sub in, since we see Thompson, she is DQ'd for the night, going to get that long walk to the bench, and for her will be Dillman.
I don't think this Purdue Calumet squad has nothing to be ashamed of, because they're doing a lot of effort tonight, but it's just that when the ball doesn't fall, it doesn't fall.
We see Hubble missing the first free throw. That's what is the second miss tonight?
Second miss of tonight. That's surprising, as long as it's not Palmer.
Hubble misses that one, going 0 for 2. We see McBee getting the ball. Graber bringing it up, getting it to Dino. Dino taking the 3, and that's good. I have a timeout by Purdue Calumet.
Calumet trying to stay in the game, making the 3. 10 points once again. That seems to be the common theme throughout the night. A 10-point deficit by Calumet.
So looks like everyone's going to try to figure out the score and the time. That's been a problem all night long, and it should be 76-68. 76-68 is the score.
I would just like to say, Logan, that is not on our end, so no blame to our director here. They're definitely putting him through the wood chipper tonight. Just errors happening at the bench with the scoreboard inside Platt Arena.
I tell you what, those extra points can mean so much this late in the ballgame with 3:09 remaining. An 8-point deficit is a lot different than a 4-point deficit. That is for sure.
That is indeed, Logan. With 3:09 remaining, I don't know, maybe the scoreboard caught a cold. It's getting cold outside. It's flu season.
I think everyone here is a bit exhausted from the earlier matchup of the tournament. We've had the consolation game for the Ness Brothers Championship. We had the championship matchup where the Foresters took that one, and now it's the 3rd game in this gym. I think this gym's getting a little worn out. We see Recker having a heck of a time, and we have a timeout called by Huntington as Recker was in all heaps of trouble. 6 seconds going off the clock.
If you want to get technical, Logan, it's actually like the 5th game because of the other 2 games with the opposing teams. So Yeah, I would understand why people are so tired right now. But timeout with 3:03 remaining.
3:03 remaining. Foresters on top, 76-68. They're looking to hang on to this victory. They're looking to hang on and to keep it going. This Foresters been on top all night long, and so far the score really doesn't dictate what it has been. Calumet has gotten a few good looks with McBee and Bugs, but past that, it's been the Foresters dominating. Wouldn't you say so, Victor?
I would have to agree with you, Logan. And I'd like to remind the folks at home to follow us on Twitter at FDN_sports. I try to do the best I can with in-game updates when the time calls upon it. But if you can't watch from home or listen on the radio, then please follow us on Twitter, and I'll at least have the beginning, middle, and end.
Say if your YouTube app's not working or your Wi-Fi's bad, that's why you follow us on social media.
Exactly.
Right there.
I mean, if you have a smartphone, Twitter's always an option.
Exactly. We see Hubble inbounding from the baseline. Foresters have about 5 seconds to get this ball across half court. Baker receiving it. She's going to get trapped in the corner, and she's going to be fouled. And that's the last thing that Purdue Calumet wanted to do.
Calumet, if they want to stay in this game, they cannot commit another foul. Just bailing Courtney Baker out of the trap.
That will cause Courtney Baker to go to the line to shoot a pair. Double bonus for Foresters as Baker drills the first. Looking to put this lead to double digits. Baker's second free throw attempt goes up, and that goes right through the net. 10-point advantage for the Foresters. Dillman bringing it up, Palmer to meet her. Bugs driving, spin move, dish down low to McBee. She goes up and gets that in. Baker inbounds to Hubble.
We might be seeing, Logan, we might be seeing some life out of Calumet, showing the full court press what gave the men's squad some trouble earlier today.
Baker just too quick. She's running around, finds Hubble in the corner. Hubble's tripped. That foul will be on Dino. So Hubble will go to the line to shoot two. Hubble's gonna get this first one to rattle in after missing a pair last time at the charity stripe.
A high arching shot by Kelsey Hubble, as you mentioned, redeeming herself from the miss of the two earlier. And she makes that one as well. Nothing but net.
Sweet kiss of the 9 line. So we see Dillman bringing it up court. She's gonna find Dino. Dino with the step, goes in. Under control, can't get that one to fall. Palmer gets the rebound. She's gonna get trapped, and she calls a timeout. With 2:17 remaining, the Foresters lead 80-70. Foresters only gonna have one timeout after this. And with these traps that Purdue Calumet's been implementing, Foresters are gonna have to know when to use that last timeout of theirs.
Exactly, Logan. Calumet trying the full court press. Maybe they should have tried the full court press at the beginning of the game to keep their momentum. But the lead by the Foresters remaining at 10 with 2:17 left to play.
So far, we've seen Palmer doing a great job of scoring. Also, Hubble got herself going back at that free throw line. But Courtney Baker has been huge for getting that ball up court and really just moving it around, making sure that Purdue can't do anything but maybe get a possible trap on the sides. But Courtney Baker just seems to run out of everything. She's done a great job tonight in breaking that Purdue Calumet press game. I mean, I don't think that Purdue Calumet necessarily did their scattering report on Courtney Baker and just how fast she is.
Exactly, Logan. I'm a little bit surprised about that because, as we mentioned at the beginning of the game, tonight's contest, both squads went to the national tournament last year, so they had plenty of time to scout each other. And even, me telling the story, we had some war of the words over some breadsticks at Olive Garden.
Now, was that endless breads? You had endless breadsticks there. Is that with the endless soup and salad also?
It was. I love me some breadsticks from Olive Garden. I tend to like them best when they're cold. I don't know why. But it's an interesting, yeah.
Baker trying to get it in, just gets it in time. Hubble finds himself in trouble, gets it to Baker. Baker dribbling around, and that's going to be a 10-second call against the Foresters. A shot clock showing 18.
Shot clock is 26.
And only 8 seconds running off the clock. Shot clock was at 26. So only 8 seconds running off the clock. So now the referee's going to decide what to do with this one. And I think I'll talk for the referees on this one with 2:09 remaining there. If I were them, I wouldn't call any more fouls. I'd get a running clock, and I'd just get out of here.
Exactly, Logan. I think at this point in time, they just want to get on home.
The Foresters have 2 seconds to get the ball across. They are aware of this now. And it will be Hubble to inbound from in front of Purdue Calumet's bench. Hubble inbounding it to Baker, and that's going to have to be a 10-second call now. The shot clock.
I don't know about you, Logan, but I kind of want to get out of the boundary between the refs and the fans because they're about to light their torches and raise the pitchforks.
I think a lot of these fans need to remember the prayer that we had before this game
exactly,
started.
Logan. Let the Lord grace us with patience.
To be honest, I'm not sure what is going on at this point. Now, this confusion as a record will be fouled by Bugs. After the clock confusion, Bugs gonna have the foul. Record going to the line to shoot a pair. And finally the ball gets across half court.
That was a mighty long journey for the ball. Seemed like Moses in 40 years in the desert.
Recker's first one's up and in.
I love that sound of the net just clinking against the backboard.
And we see Recker looking to stay perfect, and she does. 82-70. 2 minutes on the game clock. Graber drives in, and she will be fouled. And this foul will be going Miranda Palmer. That's her 4th foul. So Graber will go to the line to shoot 2 of her own.
Color asks Palmer if she's all right with staying in, and Palmer's like, yeah, I'm good.
Graber drills her first free throw attempt, trimming the lead to 11. Second one's up, and that's beautiful.
Back to 10 points. I feel like this game is a reminiscent of Groundhog Day starring Bill Murray.
Hubble gets it to Baker just in time. Baker just dribbling around. She's going to draw the double team, and that's going to be a foul on Dillman with the push. So Courtney Baker will go to the line to shoot 2. And I have a saying, Victor, that if I had someone came up to me and said, you have 10 minutes to live, all I would ask for is the last 2 minutes of a basketball game. Because it seems like the last 2 minutes of a basketball game last an eternity.
It does indeed, Logan.
And we see Courtney Baker drilling her first one to extend the lead back to 11. And And she goes 2 for 2 to put the lead back to 12.
Now, what two teams would you like to see competing in the basketball game, Logan?
In the basketball, you know, honestly, I don't think it necessarily matters at this point. And we have a foul. That one will be on Bugs. And that's Bugs' 5th foul. And she will foul out. So she will go take a seat. Also, we see McBee being subbed out. That'll be Purdue Calumet has thrown in the towel. Courtney Baker, though, going to get these 2 free throw attempts off, however. First one's up, and that one's good. It's almost like practice for Courtney Baker at the free throw line tonight. And this second one is good also. Inbounding going to Dillman. Dillman finds Graber. Graber, nifty move getting in the lane, but to no avail. Bonema coming up with it. Baker getting it up court to Palmer, and Palmer pulls it back out. Gonna slow things down. Graber going to the ground. Bonema with this big screen on her. Baker just dribbling around. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Recker finds Baker. Baker driving into the lane, dishes back out to Palmer. 10 seconds now on the shot clock. Under a minute. Baker going down low to Recker. Recker will be fouled. And that one will go on Dillman. And now calls Amelia Recker to go to the line to shoot 2 with 52 seconds remaining.
I always like that symmetry, Logan. 2 with 52. It rhymes.
Never noticed that before, Victor. I like that, too. Recker hits the first free throw attempt, and now we'll see the bench clear for Purdue Calumet. All the starters are pulled.
I like to see that, excuse me, Logan. I like to see the Foresters do that as well. Get some Lacey Dietrich time and some other little players.
Got a few freshmen on the team, and Yoder, White, and Rockwell. They could all get in. A Recker getting the roll on that free throw. Dillman getting it up court, tipped out of bounds by Baker. She plays until the clock hits 0, Victor.
She does indeed. Her intensity never quits. Please, someone protect the children, though.
Dillman getting in the battle on. Dillman going down low. That shot's up and in by Alexis Johnson. And now I have a timeout called by Purdue Calumet with 43 seconds remaining. The Foresters on top 88-74. Victor, you got to think that the Foresters are going to come out of here with a win. What do you think the Foresters did this game that has given them, such a big lead?
Is there an answer for all of the above?
That is choice E if this was a Scantron, correct.
I always enjoyed seeing choice E on the test, because usually when you solve that means that was the correct answer. It was like a give me by the teacher, and I always appreciate the give me's, because I'm not the best test taker in the world. Let me tell you what, now I can talk my way out of anything almost, but taking a test on paper, that's just not my forte.
Well, Victor, it's a good thing that you are in commentary. You can talk your way out of anything. You are in the right profession, my friend. And we still see, like you said, the starters on the court for the Foresters with Baker, Hubble, Palmer, Recker, and Bonema. It would be Baker to inbound from the baseline. And I'm not sure exactly what we're waiting on. Wait on the last buzzer. Okay. We see Baker getting it into Recker. She gets it right back to Baker. Speedy Gonzalez running it up court.
You read my mind. I was just about to say the same thing, Logan. Zigzagging her way around.
And she loses the handle on that one. Goes out of bounds. Purdue Calumet getting it.
That's the only negative, that when you move so fast as Baker does, sometimes the ball just can't keep up. That's not her fault.
Ballon goes up, and they're going to call a foul on Kelsey Hubble. And it looked like Mita Ballon just kind of jumped into her, but hey, we got to keep calling fouls in the last 30 seconds of this game. So we'll see Ballon at the free throw line to shoot a pair. And she drills the first. Second free throw attempts up, and that's no good. Hustled by Kelsey Hubble, getting that. She's trapped in the corner, throws it out to Courtney Baker, wide open lane, and she'll just pull it back out. No need to run the score up. Shot clock turned off, as there's only 15 seconds left. And Palmer just gonna dribble this one out, it looks like. And it looks like the Foresters are gonna come out of here with a victory.
That is correct, Logan. After a interesting game, to say none the least. Thank goodness that is the last time I've heard that buzzer this weekend. Won't hear it again until Tuesday night. Heard it one too many times during this game. But Foresters win this one against Purdue Calumet 88-75. We'll take a break real quick here on FDN Sports and be right back with the final stats of the game, which was a tremendous game by the Foresters indeed. And we're back here on FDN Sports, a part of the Forrester Digital Network. We've been your commentators, Logan Hunt right next to me, and myself, Victor McCarty. Quick wrap up here on the final stats of the game as the Foresters beat Calumet 88-75. Field goal percentages by the team, surprisingly, even though the Foresters shot 46% and Calumet shot 52%, Foresters still win 88-75, and I think a big portion due in part to that is their free throw percentage. 12 of 12 in the first half, 21 of 25 in the second, accumulating for 89%.
The fact that the Foresters shot 25 free throws in the second half speaks testament to what they were doing. A lot of fouling at the end, but the Foresters still just knocking them down, and shooting 89% overall is just a fantastic way to go out.
Tremendous job by each and every Forester. We saw Amelia Recker with 28 of her own, Miranda Balmer 26, and then Kelsey Hubble with 21. 3 players scoring above 20 points. And then for Calumet, we once again saw Bugs leading scoring for them with 26, but then McBee stepped her game up in the second half, earning 20 points herself. But again, it just came down to the field free throw percentage by the Foresters, 89%. I mean, tremendous job. They also had 9 steals, 37 rebounds, so that's an amazing feat unto itself. Just a great overall win by the Foresters, a big win by the Foresters, because this might have been a fluke game by Purdue Calumet, as they might see them again in the national tournament later on this year, and that's when I think they perform their best, is when the national spotlight is on them.
I believe you're right. The Foresters always perform at the big level like that, and it's a big monument win against Purdue Calumet, a very good Purdue squad with a lot of size, and I think the Foresters handled it very well.
All right, well, for everyone at FDN Sports, my partner in crime, Logan Hunt, our camera crew, and our director, I've been Victor McCarty, and the next time we'll see you guys is on Tuesday night, where the men Forester squad are back in action. Once again, thank you for tuning in with us. If you've tuned in last night, earlier today, and tonight, have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and good night.